What's up, everybody? It's your boy Sean here with Trucking Live for Sean. Today's video is a little different. We're live right now, so I appreciate you joining in. If you've ever been broke, if you've ever been hurt, if you've ever battled addiction or battled something that almost destroyed your life, then this book right here is I've written for you. It's called Discipline Over Everything. And tonight I'm going to read a few chapters of this book. If this book hits home in any way, then I want you to let me know in the comments. But I have a link for it in the description. It's called Discipline Over Everything. It's on Amazon. You can get it right now. Go to Amazon, put in Discipline Over Everything by Sean Gresham. If you don't know me, like I said, my name is Sean. I'm a truck driver. I drove for 17 years. But what y'all don't know about my life is I grew up, things happened to me when I was younger that made me stronger. It didn't break me. You know, my parents was divorced at a certain time. I've lost my sister. I lost my mother. And I've been through a lot of heartbreak in my life and a lot of things that should have broke me. And I've dealt with addiction. I've dealt with suicidal thoughts. I've dealt with all that before. And that's why I wrote this book. If you've ever felt any of those emotions, or you've had a hard life growing up, or people have attacked you or come against you, but you still stayed strong, you're going to want to read this book. I'm not going to read you the whole book tonight, but I'm going to read you a few chapters so I can show you. My book just came out on Amazon, so if you want to support the channel, I need you to go to the link below and buy this book. It will help me out. It will help the channel out, but it's also going to help you out too. So like I said, I'm not going to read the whole book for you, but I'm going to start out with chapter 1 real quick. Chapter 1 says, nobody's coming, handle it. There's a moment in your life when you realize the truth, that nobody's coming. Not your family, not your friends, not your pastor, your partner, or your boss. It's on you. Most people never recover from the truth. They crumble under it. But you're not most people. You're still here for a reason. The moment you stop waiting on someone to come rescue you is the moment your real life begins. You see, we're taught since we're kids that help's on the way. Call 911. Wait for approval. Pray and sit still. But let me teach you something different. Something that most churches, most schools, and most soft people won't say out loud. God didn't call you to wait on a handout. He called you to rise up and take dominion. See, Isaiah 61 says, arise, shine, for the light has come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. The world respects people who stand up, even if they're broken. The devil doesn't fear your tears, he fears your discipline. And your enemies, they're not scared of your prayers, they're scared of your action. Stop explaining, start executing. The reason people walk all over you is because you let them. You lower your voice, you soften your standards. You explain yourself to people who don't deserve access to you. Why? Because deep down you're still waiting on someone to validate you. But validation is for the weak. The ones who can't move unless they're being praised. If they don't clap for you, you grind anyway. If they talk about you, level up anyway. If they leave you, rise up without them. Galatians 1:10 says, for do I not persuade men or God, or do I seek to please men? For if yet I please men, I should not be a servant of Christ. You were never meant to be liked by everybody. You were meant to lead. And leaders move with or without applause. The enemy lives in excuses. You're not stuck because of your past. Listen to that hit home right here, okay? You're stuck because of your excuses. And this book, I really wrote this for me. It says, you say things like, I didn't grow up with much. I was betrayed. I'm too tired. I'm too old. I'm too broke. But here's the truth. Nobody told you excuses are just chains that you put on yourself. The longer you wear them, the harder they are to break. But guess what? You've got the key. It's called discipline. Okay, the Bible scripture here says, he that observeth the wind shall not sow, and he that regards the clouds shall not reap. You keep waiting for the right moment, but there is no right moment. The moment is now. The Bible doesn't say when things feel good, go. He says go. Move when you're scared. You grind when you're tired. You pray while you're hurting. You build in the storm. You don't wait for it to pass. Pain is a wake-up call, not a crutch. So we got to learn to use pain. Like I said, this book right here, me and my daughter wrote it. Jamie Johnson and Sean Gresham, we both wrote this book. You can get it on Amazon. I'm just reading a few chapters tonight because the book just come out. It says, you've been through pain, so have I, but pain is an excuse. It's evidence that you survived. It's proof that you're built different, that you're still breathing, you're still standing. Peter 5:10 says, but the God of grace, after all that has suffered a while, makes you perfect, establish, strengthen, settle in you. The suffering didn't come to destroy you, it came to settle you, to lock you in, to anchor your purpose. So no more whining, okay? It says no more crying. Y'all gotta quit whining. No more hoping someone else changes so you feel better. You change, you move, you leave. Because if you're waiting on someone to come save you, you've already lost. It says warrior mindset. It's the mindset we gotta have. Nobody's coming to heal your mind, so train it. Nobody's coming to build your dream, so build it. Nobody's coming to discipline your habits, so lock in. God gave you breath, strength, and time, and that's all you need. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me, Philippians 4:13. So what's stopping you now? Not them, not your past, just you. But that changes the day. You don't wait on permission anymore. You don't wait for motivation. You don't wait for closure, apologies at the perfect time. Nobody's coming, so handle it. Write down everywhere in your life where you've been waiting on someone else to make it right. Then write one action you can take a week to fix yourself. No blame, no pity, just forward motion. Because discipline doesn't wait, it decides. That was chapter 1 of my book here, Discipline Over Everything. If you're just coming on the live, I don't know how many's watching right now. So we've got a few people in there watching. Let me know in the comments where you're watching from. But if you've ever struggled with something in your life, something that broke your heart, something that you just could not get through, then this book is for you. Let me know in the comments. Give me a fire emoji. Now I'm going to skip over here. I'm going to go ahead and read another chapter here. I'm going to go ahead and read chapter 5. Okay? We're skipping to chapter 5. It says, get up, grind, pray, and repeat. You're not waiting on God. God is waiting on your consistency. Some people wake up and they wait for the day to tell them how it's going to go. Warriors wake up and command the day. They don't pray when they feel like it. They work when the mood hits. They don't wait for energy or applause. They move because they're built for this. And every day is the same mission, y'all. It's get up, grind, pray, and repeat. This is something that I'm trying to teach people on my channel. We have another YouTube channel. It's also called Built Different. So if you're following this channel, Trucking Live with Sean, go try Built Different, Faith and Fire. I put out videos every day like this. We also have a Facebook page called Built Different, Faith and Fire. It's where we're taking people off the streets that are homeless and people that maybe that need to step up. They've been strung out on drugs, and I'm trying to teach them discipline while I teach myself. It says if you want to change your life, don't start with your job, your body, or your bank account. You start with your mornings. Now that's true, y'all. It says that alarm clock is your first test of the day. Y'all know you hate that alarm clock. Most people fail before they even leave their bed. You say you want discipline, but you hit the snooze button. You say you want God first, but what's the first thing you do? You reach for your phone. You say you want success, but you start your day reacting instead of leading. That stops now. Proverbs 8:17 says, I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me. There's power in the morning, guys. Clarity, silence, and alignment. The early hours are when God speaks the loudest, but only to those who discipline enough to listen. Every morning is a war, and warriors rise. If you're just watching in, I'm reading my book, Discipline Over Everything. The link's in the description. You can get it on Amazon. It just went live, so be the first one to get the book. Okay, people think grind means hustle, money, and status, but the real grind is internal. It's saying, I don't feel like it, but I'm doing it anyway. No one sees it, but I'm still showing up. This is hard, but I'm not backing off. My emotions don't run me, my purpose does. How many emotions out there, and I'm not guilty of that, let my emotions run me, but it says your purpose should be. When you don't feel like it, you do it anyway. That hits me so hard because these are things that I have to change in my life and still work on every day. It says the grind is your commitment to excellently when no one's watching. It's what separates men from boys, leaders from dreamers, respected from forgotten. Seest thou a man diligent in business, he shall stand before kings. You don't grind for likes, you grind for legacy. Pray, stay powered by the sources. Let's make something clear. Your strength doesn't come from caffeine, music, or momentum. It comes from God, y'all. That's why life hits harder. That's why your emotions feel heavier. That's when you start questioning yourself, falling into old habits, getting snappy, drained, scattered, because you're disconnected. Watch and pray that you enter into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. This is part of it. I'm going to skip over for another chapter. I'm going to go over to chapter 9 real quick. I'm just skimming through this book here. You can get it online, like I said, on Amazon right now. Chapter 9. Appreciate y'all watching. How many is the first time y'all watching the channel? I know I'm always talking about trucking, but tonight we're talking about my book, Discipline Over Everything, and I'm actually reading y'all a couple chapters. Chapter 9. You're not behind, you're being built. Some of the biggest breakthroughs come after your biggest breakdowns. Any of y'all ever had a breakdown before? Don't confuse delay with denial. God is still building. God doesn't always build in front of people. He builds you in silence, in solitude, and in suffering. You want the spotlight, God says. Not yet. Your foundation isn't through enough. Because what good is a tall building without a shallow base? Y'all listen to me real quick. What is good is a tall building without a shallow base? What good is a platform if you don't have the pressure tolerance to stand on it? That's why some doors are still closed. Not because you're not called, because you're still curing like concrete. You're not behind, you're just in preparation mode. See, David was anointed, but not yet appointed. You remember that story? He was anointed by Samuel as the king of Israel while he was still a teenager. Oil poured on him, promises given. But guess what happened next? Did David take the throne immediately? Nope. He went back to the field, back to the sheep, back to the waiting. Why? Because anointing in the beginning, not the finish line, God had to build. His character was through rejection. His humility through obscurity. His faith was through giants and betrayal. That's what made David. It wasn't he just woke up and he was king. He had to go through all these bad things. It took years for David to wear the crown. So if you're in between what God showed you and what you see, that doesn't mean you're late. It means you're like David. Your due season is coming. Stay in the process. It says refining success is not what they told you. You were taught success looks like a big house, a big paycheck, married by 30, kids by 35, retired by 60. But God's version of success is peace in your mind, discipline in your actions, integrity in your decisions, purpose in your steps, internal fruit, not temporary clout. Some of the most successful people by the world's standards are spiritually bankrupt, and some people the world ignores are heaven giants. Who are you trying to oppress? Your timeline might be your own trap. I'm going to go over here now and I'm going to read chapter 12 real quick. Actually, I'm only going to read more chapters. I'm going to leave it up to you. There's 10 chapters in this book. But if you're interested in this book, please go onto Amazon. Please go right now and get it for $9.99. It is in the description. My book just got released. It's packed with powerful scriptures, Bible, and street smarts. Get it today on Amazon. I appreciate you watching. Let's get it. The book was written by me, and my daughter helped me, Jamie Johnson. She sat down with me during a hard time, and we put this book together. So get this book today. I'm sure to help rebuild you. Let's get it.